The Oath, directed by Lara Potras, is a documentary that I feel as though everyone should see. It's definitely one of the most disturbing 90 minutes of filmmaking that I've ever watched. It's the story of Salim Hamdan and Abu Jandal, two members of Al-Qaeda with direct connections to Osama bin Laden. While this might seem like something that not the average person would want to see, the dialogue in the film is something that everyone should see. It gives you a perspective that people just don't necessarily understand, but I feel as though they need to hear it. The best way to sum up the entire film, I feel like, is the opening scene with Abu Jandal and his son. And Abu Jandal asks his son, "What do you want to become when you grow up, a jihadist or a mechanic?" And the kid instinctually says he wants to become a jihadist. And I feel as though that dialogue alone set the tone for the entire movie. You never really understood any of the underlying motives of Abu Jandal. The Salim Hamdan never even actually makes an appearance in the film. You just simply hear about him and what is going on in Guantanamo, thus leaving Abu Jandal to be the consistent main character, who is constantly doing things that crisscross one another, and you can never really understand his underlying motives of anything, from his being a taxi driver to the government following him to even his incarceration prior to 9/11. And another reason why anyone should see this is Abu Jandal is the sole reason of why Afghanistan was invaded when it was. His interrogation was so pivotal after 9/11 that the U.S. actually delayed its invasion of Afghanistan in order to make sure that his interrogation was finished. After hearing this in the Q&A, I feel as though the editing was what made this movie wonderful and what made it what it is. Lara was able to carefully put the pieces together to figure out not only where these characters came from, but what they believed in, but at the same time nixing their opinions and letting the audience know that these people aren't straight and nothing ever comes out straight. All the answers are always misguided. It's a different opinion every time, it's a different thought every time, and no one ever knows. And I think her ability to let the viewer know that through the editing and through the dialogue is something that really made the film wonderful. And after listening to her Q&A and her telling us that she didn't pay him and that he was there voluntarily, made all the wonders of the film what it was. It gave you a raw, uncut version of something that no one really understood. And that is why, and I mean, there's nothing else to say but see it yourself and see if you can understand it.